Okay, we live? Oh, okay, we're live. Hello, everyone. No intro today. Welcome to the morning roast, and I'm, of course, Sugar Chris. And with me is Mr. Sim,
My little buddy Gizmo.
who
Sim,
is.
you don't
What
have
is
a
he
shirt
doing?
on.
Sim, what are you doing?
Wow, why don't you put
All
a shirt
these
on, guy?
nipples. I
Damn,
did not want to see Sim nipples.
Sim's exposing himself.
it's not that kind of show, my friend.
The kitty
Uh.
was cute, not your nipples.
But today we have the indie princess with us.
Hello,
That's one of
guys.
celebrities. Oh, is it? And then we have the creator of Bardic Fury as well.
Hello.
All right. And we're going to the Steel City Con. Well, I am. And that's why I am not at my usual place. That's Anchorman, yeah.
Yeah.
So did Anchorman and all.
Yeah, that was a goddamn Anchorman.
Yeah.
I asked him for a selfie. I had to pay for it at the table.
Yeah, there you go. And I got me and my brother are going. Not the whole family this time though. Just me and the brother. But we're going to go
That should be
tomorrow
fun.
as well though. What's that?
That sounds good. That should be fun. Just you and
Oh,
your
yeah.
bro.
But let's see, we got Soul in the chat. Can I highlight with my phone? Oh, there we go. It says, welcome to the morning roast where absence makes the heart grow fonder of red dress breasts. Back to check a medieval music manga with lots of style. Good morning, Chris, Tim, Krista, Daniel, and chat.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
All right. So, oh man, I don't know how to bring up your campaign through my phone to show everybody.
He'll probably have to share it himself.
Oh, you mean my one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I could do it with share screen. Let me just load it up. I think I know how to do that on StreamYard.
We got Mr. Grant in the chat. His
Oh, that
comment
guy.
is funny. Yeah, his comment's funny.
Oh, what's it say here? He says, Nipples Kitty, and I thought my morning show went off the rails. That's it. Next week's breakfast is going to have the first car.
Goodness gracious.
Always got a one up us, don't you, Mary? Oh my. So yeah, I do like the look of your Bardic Fury campaign.
Thank you.
I made sure to pick out a good one for the thumbnail. I liked some of the art there I was seeing.
I like
the influences.
Thank you. I think I have it share screen on the campaign.
Okay. Now how do I bring it up for this? Let's see, private chat layout. Layout. Is it under guests maybe? Oh, there we go. Does that work? I'm gonna hit my head off the trailer if I don't pay attention. Oh, Sim was sharing the intro. I missed it.
Yeah, there it is. All right, here's the campaign.
All right, there we go. Oh, there's no line.
No crime.
Fantasy manga I'm working on. This campaign is to fund the third volume. I currently have 46 pages done. It's a story about rock stars and idols in ancient Ireland. The story follows this guy, Brian the Bard, who gets sent to this town that never heard music before called Oi, and Bardic Fury ensues from there.
Oh, sweet.
Hi, how are you?
I'm looking to get a ticket.
You're trying to buy a ticket?
Yes.
Go down to where the awning is and they'll take care of
Go
you.
down to where? The blue. All right. Let's see. All right. Is this where I get tickets? Huh?
Can you order it online?
No.
No, you can get them here.
Okay. All right. Hold on a minute.
So, hello everyone.
Hello.
It would seem that while I went to make my coffee, we weren't live,
Yeah, we did.
and we didn't run the intro. Share my screen, Chris.
The intro didn't happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen either.
We're showing my campaign now.
What? Why don't you play the video for your campaign while we're waiting?
Yeah,
we?
that's like a minute, 20 minutes, or a
Yeah,
minute, 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, I remember that book.
Alrighty. Hey, I'm in the car.
Mute yourself, Chris, for a second. No, you're rude. You're interrupting the video.
I mean, the video's just music. You could have talk over, so it's like a remix.
Yeah, they were being kind of subtle at
Wow. How's it going, Chris, over there? The background noise is coming in loud.
It's like it is at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
How easy. Where are you going to be at? These restaurants.
Oh, I don't know. I guess we can go look at the celebrities.
How is he gonna stream if he's looking around at a con? How is this gonna happen?
This is what we're going to be doing, it would seem. I mean, the only thing I'm not getting is the sound. Like the ambient sound is coming in louder than he is.
Right, as you can see, that was the wonderful video for my comic. You could go to Indiegogo to see it yourself. Yeah,
Chris,
this new book.
Chris,
it's
can you
gonna be
mute yourself for a sec?
He's gone.
It's all good. Now, okay.
Ran the show. I thought he was running it. What's happening? Why is he running a show from a con? He should just enjoy the con and then report back on it later.
No, it was supposed to be an experiment where he was going to be there live. And as you can see, it's not going as well as we have hoped. We have to figure out something with the sound, that's for sure. Because, dude, the ambient sound over there, it's louder than him. So let's go over that book quickly.
He needs headphones and a mic.
Yeah, that would, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's
got
start
some
from
cool
the beginning. Sorry.
All right. It is a fantasy comic I'm making called Bardic Fury. It is about bards and ancient idols.
Mm-hmm.
It is set in ancient Ireland. It's a fantasy story. It follows Brian the Bard, who gets sent to a town that never heard music before. He's this guy. Volume 1 is about how he forms the band in the village. Volume 2 is when they fight the rival village who lives in a cave called Banshee Vale. She's one of the idols from Banshee Vale. She's a witch in training called Dana.
Okay.
She sacrifices cats for magic.
I like the design.
Thank you. Yeah, she wears body paint. She changes it up every time she puts it on, but it's pretty much always skull based. She's like a witch who likes sacrificing cats. One of her friends is that spider witch. There's some other characters, and this story is going to wrap up the arc that started in Volume 1, and it's going to be an exciting battle of the bands that's going to be heard through time and space itself.
And if I remember, it's manga size, right?
Yeah.
I remember being on stream with you. Yeah. There you go.
Do I have?
Can you highlight
actual manga? Well, this one's big size. All right.
Can you highlight the screen, Chris?
Golden Kamui.
Chris, you need to give Sim control.
Yep.
200 pages each book. This new book's going to be 120 pages. I have 45 pages done. You could read it all on Webtoon and Tapas in case you want to catch up and just get one book. Or if you just want to check it out for free, it's offered free online. You can't get a better deal than that. But if you do want to give me money for books, I offer them at very fair prices.
That's interesting.
How would I do that and give them control?
You gotta make them amend to your StreamYard. And then they'll email you a code, and you gotta give that code to Sim so he can log in.
Now
Like
that
that.
sounds like a lot of work.
Like that, I could have control, and this would not be a mess. I'm kidding. So
Yeah, Pale Rider in the chat. Is it a Nasser book? Nasser actually supports the book. But I'll show you the page of the cat killer. It's based on because I grew up in Los Angeles, and my whole life, I always saw dead black cats all over the place. And there were always rumors that it's like, oh, Satanists are killing the cats, witches are killing the cats, it's teenagers killing the cats. And then there's other rumors that are like, oh, people don't really kill cats. That's just a lie to smear witches. But like, I saw a shitload of dead cats my whole life growing up. So there you go.
Yeah, there was a part.
Comic, but it's inspired by life.
There was a part in time where people used to poison cats in the alley because they were everywhere.
Yeah, Egyptians worshipped them. Some people hated them. It's strange. Yeah, but one type of magic that was practiced, because I researched what these people actually did, like in Roman times and Greek times around 360 AD. They just sacrificed animals and read divinations from their guts. It's called haruspicy. There was even a Roman emperor doing it, Julian the Apostate. He would sacrifice humans before big battles and like have witches read their guts so he could like decide what to do in the fight. So I always thought that was interesting that like the elites who ruled over society were always into this superstitious human sacrifice stuff, and I wanted to include it in the book.
Yeah, I know they would do it like before battle to
Yeah.
kind of give like a good omen. They'd like kill an animal and check the guts.
Yeah, for sure. Romans, but they did it to humans too, not just animals. And it's like the leaders of society did it. It's really weird.
And why does she have palm hand?
She's a Selkie, so she was born in this little village in the north. Some people think she's just inbred, but she's actually a mythical seal creature in Irish and Faroe Islands and Scottish myth and Welsh myth, Celtic myth in general. There's these magic seal people who come from the sea and turn into humans as long as they're wearing seal skin, called Selkies. So she's the lead singer of the band Rhiannon, and she's also a Selkie.
Yeah, the inspiration of Flash, the old movie. When they walk out of water, they have legs.
Splash. I didn't. That's the Mermaid Disney one.
Yeah, it was. It was the inspiration for it. Yeah. The fact that if she walks out of water, she becomes a real woman.
That made the mermaid myth. I mean, I gotta see it. I didn't see that movie, but I'll check it out. Like, I have a drawing of her. Like, that's her Selkie form. She gets covered in spots.
Like a leopard.
Yep, exactly like a leopard. She's like a magical girl, kind of, but it's like darkly inverted.
So that series, it's like an ongoing thing that you have planned, right? You have multiple issues.
Yeah, it's constantly ongoing. This one's 5 chapters, and this one is 220 pages, same size, 5 chapters. So I'm currently working on chapter 9. So I guess it's 9 chapters.
So what inspired you to do a story about a bard? Do you play D&D and your favorite character is a bard?
When I was a kid, no one wanted to be a bard because they're like, I don't want to be the music guy. I want to be the cool magic guy or the guy who hits stuff like the fighter. Bards are lame. And all the fantasy stories I read, bards, they get their tongue cut out, or they're like the comic relief, or they're like the idiot who doesn't do anything. So I thought it would be cool to make a story where the bards are the heroes and it's all about bards. Because like in actual Irish and Welsh society, bards and druids were like the top of the pecking order. Yep. And it was even where like if a bard's satire and poem was like too strong against the king would just step down. It's kind of like how the media today like could smear someone to death and they're just politically destroyed. That's how much power bards had back in the day, because they were the only ones who did music. They were the ones who recorded history because the druids didn't write anything down, so it was all remembered orally. They were like pretty important people. So like they always get mocked in a lot of fantasy stuff. I wanted to do a story that gave them their due. And it's not just about bards, it's also about witches and druids and other like I researched a lot of secret societies and esoteric stuff, like what the people back then were actually doing, like what people who called themselves witches in the 300s in Europe were actually like the weird magic that they did, and I try to include it.
Quick question: did you ever watch a YouTube small movie, like it's YouTubers doing it, called The Gamers? Did you ever watch that?
No.
They make little fun videos about playing D&D, and the second one, it's hilarious because there's one guy that's a bard in there, and he dies often. So what he does is he creates himself like multiple characters of bards. So technically he protects everybody behind a pile of his dead bodies.
That's pretty noble.
I'm telling you should check it out. It's called The Gamers. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
if you like D&D, check it out.
Cool. Yeah, I like D&D a lot.
They made two short little movies, like that's YouTube movies, but it's hilarious. If you like D&D, check it out.
I will. The Gamers. I really like that video, that YouTube video. I don't know if you saw it, of like live action role players and one's throwing the lightning bolt and he keeps going lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
Yeah, that's
lightning.
it. That's one of them.
That's them. There you go.
Yeah,
I love these guys. I really know them. Yeah, lightning bolt guy's my favorite.
Oh, and that's what I was like. Watch the second one, because when you see the bard, I think he's going to become your favorite.
All right, cool. Yeah, good recommend. I love them. Yeah,
So,
D&D's great.
I'm gonna go over the chat quickly.
Yeah, I also have a deal I didn't mention. If you get any of the books, you get the first edition of Oi Volume 1. This contains the first 5 chapters. It's printed in risograph. So it's actually, for the 1 book tier, you're actually getting 2 books. And the 3 book tier, you're actually getting 4.
It's printed in what?
It's a process called risograph printing.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, the old printing, got it.
Yeah, it's like halfway between photocopy and lithograph printing. It's kind of gimmicky, but the books are printed. They feel nice. They look nice. And it's free, so can't complain, really.
No, there is a print. It is cheaper. I have one of my friends that has a machine at his house.
Yeah, well, look, the thing is, the machine, and if you have the machine, it's cheap, and if you have the ink, but like if you want some print studio to risograph a book for you now, they charge out the ass, and it's really a cost-ineffective process unless you're like doing it yourself. This book started as because I used to have a risograph machine at my school, so they let us use it, and I started this book as handmade zines. So I'm really, really familiar with the risograph process, but just over time, like art schools and stuff have made it, I can't keep printing the book like that.
It's pretty much how we all start, in a way. That's how I did my first fanzine of the Wolf Dragon too.
Yeah, they're such a cool machine. I used to own one, but also it's like, yeah, they're so janky. You have to keep changing the ink, and it just took so much time to make these little handmade zines.
And it takes a lot of calibration to make sure that it prints well.
Yeah, for sure.
So just want to give a quick shout out to Pillowrider Soul, in case Chris didn't have time to. David Feeds in the chat. Varian Grant is in there. Bristolian Dave joined us.
Yeah, chat, you don't like that the girl has webbed hands, but guess what? Some people in the real world have webbed hands. It's not
and
pretty.
webbed feet.
Life.
Okay, so those are cards that you'll be getting, or they're available?
Yeah, they're included. I give you some random holofoil double-sided cards.
Okay, so when you back one book, like the basic tier of the basic tier on your campaign, right?
Webbed hands. There you go, people. Custom D&D portrait we were speaking of. That's my character, Cyborgy Barbarian. You could get your own character illustrated like that.
So when you back one book, you're saying you're getting a card with it. So the first backing, like the simple tier that's there, what's coming in it?
You get the Orange Volume 1. You
Mhm.
get Volume 3, the new book that's coming out. And then you
Mhm.
also get some cards. I'll probably throw about 3 in there. And you also get this print of the webbed hand seal girl Rhiannon. It's kind of like a pinup, and I'll probably throw in another print. And now that it's gone over the stretch goal, I didn't really plan. I didn't think it would go this high, but I'll probably include some stickers also of some of the characters. I'll figure out something cool. Maybe I'll make the book go longer. But
Cool.
I just focus on getting these books out on time and giving what I promised first, and then I'll try to finish it ahead of schedule, and then I'll get the extra stuff done.
And another
That's my
question:
thread.
that web
Yes.
hand girl, is she
Yep.
going to be able to run on water?
All right. In the second one, she pretty much unlocks her seal powers, because the first one, she's pretty much just a normal person. And the third one is where, she's starting to unlock the magic of time and
Mhm.
space of the Selkie bloodline. And there's some water-related magic. Like, I started off, it is kind of like the on-trend thing of, I don't know what the genre is called, magical realism or whatever, where there is magic, but it enters the story slowly and it like gains power over time. Like in the beginning, it just kind of starts out like they're normal people and you don't really realize there's magic shit going on, but I gradually put it in the story.
Sweet.
So it's kind of like they're leveling up. That's how I wanted it to be. Like they all start out like level 1 bards and then they multi-class and they get stronger.
Can you all hear me all right? Is
Yeah.
the noise too loud?
We hear you all right. It's just that we hear pretty much the background as much as you, but it's not as bad as before.
Yeah, I'm in the quietest place I can find in the con.
Put
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
toilet.
lesson learned. I need to get earbuds apparently and stuff.
Yeah,
Ugh,
that would
I gotta
kind of help.
spend money. Well, I wasn't thinking,
Honestly.
and I also didn't realize it was just going to be me and my brother here today. I thought we was like going to have like my niece and stuff like that. So I thought, well, she can go with him and stuff like that and spend time with him while I'm on here. But it's just me and him today. So now I'm like, oh man, if I'd have known this, I probably would have postponed it till later or something. So I wasn't like bailing on him. But oh well. But yeah, I can kind of hear you guys now. Because there, when I was in the thick of it, I couldn't hear hardly anything.
Sol is sharing the link in the chat. Thank you, Sol. Read the link to the preview of the Tappa. What's Tappa.io? That's a website?
That's like Webtoon. It's Tapas. It's just a web comic hosting site. I have.
Okay. Thank you. I was wondering what it was.
I just subscribed to your Tapas.
I'm going to check it out. She subscribed to your Tapas, she said.
Ah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
I'm trying to catch up to the Think Patrol sim. Dave, trying to see if there's questions in there.
Yeah, I like the look of this book, even though I'm not some big Bard fan, but I mean.
Yeah, like I know not everyone knows what bards and D&D stuff is. So when I'm like selling the book at the mall, I just tell people it's about ancient rock stars and idols, and then
That seems like a nice, easy way of making it work.
That works.
because not everyone.
Yeah.
They're like rock stars of their time, and they're like pop idols of their time. Like look at what pop idols today are doing. Like look at Billie Eilish and Poppy. Like this is like some evil witch shit, but this is just what music videos look like today. Like just eating spiders and spiders crawling on your face and
This stuff says bards are greater than dwarves.
mainstream pop.
He's calling you out, Sim.
You what?
I'm not calling him out.
No. Soul's calling out Sim.
On what?
He says that bards are greater than dwarves.
There could be bard dwarves. What?
Guy, don't even try. No,
One is a class and one is a race.
No, he's making fun because we like to play a game called Deep Rock Galactic that he doesn't like to play, and it's about dwarves, and he hates the fact that I like those fantasy dwarves.
Half squats.
And there's also, there's dwarves that are bards, by the way, in fantasy.
Yep.
Bard just means
They
that
don't
you
got
know
a
how to play an
charisma
instrument.
bonus, but they got hardy constitutions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me.
I don't know. I'm iffy on bards. I don't like the idea of being an adventurer and just playing music.
Dude, it's fun.
The thing is, they got pretty overpowered now in the new D&D. Now they could do any spell, they could fight with swords, and they could do music. So it's like they're supposed to be the jack of all trades, master of none, but now they're like master of everything.
There used to be the jack of all trade or the joke of the thing. Like, I don't know if you guys ever read Asterix, but Assurance Tourix is freaking hilarious, and he is the
Yeah,
bard.
they were my favorite.
Yeah, the bard. They always tie him up because he was a shitty bard.
And they release him on the Romans as their top secret weapon. Whenever they're like in trouble, they're like, release the weapon, and he just goes and sings, and they're destroyed.
And his voice is so horrible.
Yeah. I always thought that guy was really funny. And also Sir Robin in whatever that movie's called, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah. That was
another famous bard in pop culture. They're out there. So I'm trying to make one that's cool instead of just being known as a clown.
So is still going on in the chat. Sim, I watched Marinus playing it and still wanted to have my money back, even though I hadn't bought the game. See, that's what I'm saying. It's all about the game, and it's not because he hates the game. No. It's because we're not playing Valheim.
Oh,
the special needs work.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you weren't expecting this. Coming into a bunch of bard hate. We're ambushing you with the stream.
I mean, bards aren't for everyone. There's also
enjoy them.
It's also about druids. I kind of have the story where druids are like the music producers because they kind of like control the culture behind the scenes, and the bards are like their like they have a bunch of different bards they send out to like spread their little message. Because that's kind of like how the music industry is. I kind of try to relate the two, even though this is set in ancient times and it's just a fun fantasy story. So yeah, if bards aren't for you, maybe you like druids. I always thought they were pretty cool.
Did you see Dave answering Soul 2 saying, "Fight me. If you've been watching the Bargain Bin D&D game, you'll know I'm a dwarf with gigantism."
Yeah, I need to watch that. I haven't watched the Bargain Bins D&D streams yet. I need to watch it.
So technically, is it inspired by your D&D game that you did?
No,
no,
because what I'm saying is our D&D games, no one played bards.
Mm-hmm. That's my point. I'm wondering if it comes from, your experience from, like I said, we have many people that came here and their books are inspired from one of their quests that they played on D&D or something, or a game that they played on D&D. And I was wondering if that's where it came from. If you played a game that inspired and started that world.
No, there's no game that like directly inspired this world, because like I played D&D as like a little kid, and then I didn't play for like 10 years, 10, 15 years. I only started playing again in like the past 2 years, and I started this like 7 years ago. But I guess I knew about bards from D&D, but there was no specific game. But I will say that characters from my D&D game, like when I did the art for them, I did wind up putting them in the book as like separate characters, just because I'm like, I need a random page for a master guy. Where is he? Yeah, like this guy was a drow warlock, and I wound up from a D&D game, and I wound up using him as a page just for when they have to talk about like some old wise guy. Like I didn't plan to do that, but my D&D games wound up coming into it. But yeah, it didn't start as one, but I do know lots of those messages or lots of those comics that start as like a famous D&D game. Like Record of Lodoss War, if you know that anime, that was one that did.
I haven't seen that one in a long time.
Yeah, Lodoss War started as a D&D game, and they just really liked it.
Man,
I just remember
I know
that
In
one
Search of
was
Groot.
like,
Sorry.
Groot.
In Search of Groot or something like that. Is that it? A group. In Search of Group.
Oh yeah, that one. Looking for Group.
Looking for
Yeah,
Groot.
that
Yeah.
comic. That one's funny. Or I remember it being funny. That one's old, huh?
Yeah, it is, and it was still going. So last
cool.
time I checked, yeah, like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it has like that mask warlock guy.
And it was a web comic, and they're also printed. He did some Kickstarter for it.
Yeah. Mine, like, it's about bards and stuff, but it's not really D&D inspired. It has like some references in the dialogue, but it's more like inspired by history and like Asterix and shonen manga.
And I don't. It's funny because I don't get many people that actually read Asterix.
Yeah.
Grew up with it. Yeah.
Yeah,
More people should. It's more popular in Europe, I guess, because it's translated there more.
It comes from Europe, but me, I'm in Canada, so we get the stuff from Europe more easier than you guys do.
oh, there we go.
Like we have all the
And
European
it's Belgian,
comics.
so they sent it to the Frenchies in Canada.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Pale Rider here. The bards in Dragon Age were kind of cool. I had Liliana as my companion, but Dragon Age Origins was great. I didn't really care for the others. So.
Well, look, Pale Rider, you say bards in this Dragon Age act like spies and assassins. Who assassinated the President Abraham Lincoln? He was an actor, or in other words, a bard.
Yep.
Who just killed someone in Hollywood? Alec Baldwin. What is Alec Baldwin doing? He is an actor, or in other words,
A bard.
bard.
Yeah. They all
There you
sing.
go.
They all
That's
have to sing.
Spies and assassins, actors. Are they really any different?
They've all played in musicals too, so they makes them bards. There you go.
Yep.
John Wilkes Booth rolling that bard gunslinger multi-class.
John Wilkes
And,
Booth, a bardic assassin.
Another thing that the bards weren't back then was they were also the media. They were the ones, traveling the news and everything around everywhere.
Exactly.
And propaganda.
They were the propaganda of their time. Exactly. I have a story in this comic about that. Let me try to find those pages.
Kings and rulers would use them to, manipulate the people, the folk, the town folks.
Yeah, exactly. They feed people ideas, and the people think that their ideas are their own, but really it's the bard's ideas.
Mm-hmm.
That's why also kings would invest so much in, like, one of the first things they do when they take power is killing the bards and the poets.
Yep.
Because
Kill
they're
the
ones
artists.
who spread dissent. Yeah. It's like in V for Vendetta, that guy, the Jay Leno guy, does the comedy show against the party, and they take him out. They can't have people thinking about those ideas.
Why do you
So
think they-
bards always get made fun of, but they are pretty useful.
And that's why they attack music. That's why they attack books, art, comics, and all that stuff.
They're censoring graphic novels
They
right
don't
now.
want any kind of spread of ideas.
Yep.
Exactly, and bards represent ideas that spread. So that's why I wanted to do a story on them, because they don't get their due for what they were.
And that's why I think it's cool.
So this story has a lot of comedy. It's just an entertaining story, but I do tell it pretty sincerely. I put a lot into it. So I say check it out if you like fantasy comics, you like Love and Rockets or Asterix. It could be your thing.
Oh, what's up, Lola? Lola joined the chat, and Jake Twister. What's up?
Oh, it says he says good to see Daniel making the rounds. Hello, Jake.
What's up, Jake Twister? What I think is so funny, that Team America, remember they said Alec Baldwin was the best actor ever? Like, how did they know this guy was gonna rise up?
Just like the Simpsons. They're always
they
right.
picked him up early.
Yeah, they said that back when he did The Shadow.
Alec Baldwin, he's the best actor ever.
Looks like he owns a classic arcade because he's cool. Well, I'll take that as a compliment, Varian.
Soul says something about you too.
Chris, you should go talk to the guests at the show. What are you gonna do there?
I might do a stream tomorrow because I'm here tomorrow too. And then I'll do my usual stream tomorrow.
Cool.
Varian's in the chat saying, I want Sim and Chris to do a live stream driving across the country to Vegas together. Yeah, with the song I'm a Rebel in the FDG playing behind. I'm all in. Oh, Wasp. We're good. We're going to redo that. What was that movie with Nicolas Cage when he's in the corridor? The Vegas movie? I forgot what it was.
Wait, I can't hear nobody.
Well, we hear you.
Nobody.
So, sorry about this mess, but we'll get through it.
Oh, sweet.
Jake is on sugar. Are you in an auction bid? I thought we talked about that gun addiction. I don't know if you know this, but he has a huge antique gun collection.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, yeah, for like 2 weeks he was cleaning them, I'm sure. Well, it's like Chris has to do a road trip in a red dress. Yeah, that's gonna happen if we reach 1,000 subs, because he's gonna go to Louisiana during the red dress run and win that run for us.
Lola, it is weird saying hi, Lola.
To
and
Lola.
Thank you. The auction is still going on currently. It's just not live.
Okay, one question: if those last pieces, that from the auction are not sold, are they gonna go into the draft?
It depends. Depends on the person. I'm gonna be contacting everybody that donated to the auction separately.
Okay, I'll tell you yes already.
Okay. My plan was to keep the items up until someone bought them.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone wants to donate their piece to the raffle instead, that's fine with me.
But you could also break the bundle of the 3 cards in individual. They might sell better if you want.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. I like that shot. Burn your idol. Totally not. I like it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's book 3, Burn Your Idols. That's like this, whatever the sub name of it.
Even though I'm afraid of spiders, that's a cool piece.
I don't like spiders, but hey.
Thank you. Yep, she's a spider witch. She likes crystals, spiders, and killing cats.
Why cats? What did cats do to her?
That's what they even talk about in the beginning. They say cats have more magical energy.
Yeah, some people believe they're the doorway to the dead. The world of the dead.
I got so many cats that live around my house, and my neighbors hate them, but I feed them all the time.
Yeah, some people worship them, some people hate them. They're like a really polarizing creature.
I'm not really a cat person. I'm more of a dog person myself, but I do have a cat.
Me too. I'm allergic to cats, but I still like them.
Everybody.
Yeah, I like dogs a lot more, but for some reason I wound up drawing a lot of cat comics throughout my life.
Okay. Welcome back, Chris.
Yeah, I think I got it now. I couldn't hear you guys at all there for a while because somebody called me, and then after I got that taken care of, then you guys were coming in at a whisper. So I had to leave and come back in.
Jake is asking you, Daniel, how did you find the drive and energy to do it all?
All right, I guess I like telling stories, and I felt comics was the best way to do it. I always drew comics my whole life, like stick figure comics on the back of the bus. There was even a series I had in middle school that like my friends and random kids bought, and I do photocopies of it. So I always liked drawing comics, and I wanted to make comics. I knew that I couldn't afford to get a good artist, so I'm like, I have to learn how to draw and get better at art. because otherwise I won't ever be able to afford to do this. I'll have to do the art myself. And then I just learned all the different aspects of making comics, and it's because I love doing it. I love telling stories to people, and so it makes it easy to find the drive and energy.
Yeah, and the only way to get good at something is doing it.
Yeah,
Not
that's
just thinking about it.
Yeah, not just like thinking about doing it, because I'm like, there's people around me. I knew so many people who are way better artists than me, but they just like draw like 1 or 2 images or 1 or 2 pages and then just restart projects or restart stuff. And I'm like, well, the only way to ever get good is to do something and keep going with it. And like what separates a project from a bunch of other projects is actually finishing it. Because so much stuff starts, it goes 10 pages, they're like, oh, I gotta redo, and it just nothing ever gets done. But just like finishing is like 90% of the battle in my life. So if you start a project, finish it.
Yep.
I guess that's where it comes from.
And
Just I try to finish stuff that I start.
And one of the things, like I said before, like one of the best advice I was given by Michael Turner was finish not perfect. That's one of the main golden rules in comics. Because if you're gonna try and do the perfect thing, you're never gonna put nothing out. So
That's true.
Put it out there, and the
You'll
only
never get
other
done.
way is up. Yep.
Yep. One of my heroes, my main art hero is Tagashi, who did Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho. He's a mangaka who doesn't use any assistants. He just draws it all himself, and just because
Chris,
he
can
gets
you mute
his
yourself for a
deadlines out-
sec?
Well,
It's very loud.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I couldn't hear him, so you could just mute for a sec. Thank you. Keep going.
I was just saying Tagashi, he does Hunter x Hunter. He doesn't use any assistants, and he gets stuff out. So I thought if he could, what I was saying is some of the stuff he releases is kind of messy, or it's not his best drawings, but people love the story, people love the characters. That's what they want primarily. And then in other stuff, if you look at like One Punch Man, that got huge, and the art was not the greatest. Like Homestuck, when I used to go to cons, I don't think it's as huge anymore, but Homestuck was everywhere. People were cosplaying it. When I look at that comic, I don't understand it at all, but it's massive, and that doesn't have very good art. Like, if people like the story and characters, it doesn't need to be perfect art. Like, look at all these DC and Marvel comics that have essentially perfect art, but people don't like it because the writing's terrible.
Or what they're doing with the story is terrible.
Yeah, or what they're doing with the story and characters is terrible. Like, I'd found that like regular people, they're happy to read. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect art. It's mostly in your head. Like, for me, when I look at this book in 7-year art, all I see is mistakes. And I even had imposter syndrome for a long time. I was afraid of showing it to people for a few years. But when I show it to regular people, they pick it up. No one ever says, oh, the art's shit. Or like they don't see any of the mistakes that I see. A lot of it's in your head. So like, yeah, if you want to get a lot done, you can't be a perfectionist. And yeah, I guess
you need to break that perfectionist out of you.
Yeah,
break the perfectionism. It's a good thing to have, but it's not a good thing for it to lead you.
Yeah, it could just take over and prevent you from doing anything or finishing anything.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it happen to so many of my friends who, like I say, are way better artists than I am, have way more talent than I do, but they just don't ever finish stuff. So,
and like, another example is like, like going back or redrawing stuff. Like I've been through it. Like at Blood Hunt, I redrew that book twice. But
yeah,
looking back on it, I should have just let it go and make another book.
Yeah, exactly. I've done it before with my first comics. So like I redrew the first issue like 2 or 3 times, and I'm like, it's still shit.
Yeah, because dude, it's the thing is, you need to understand is anything that you do now in a week, you're gonna get better. You're gonna look at it and gonna go, oh, I could have done better.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single piece.
That's what and also the good thing that I tell myself too is like, even if the art I'm doing now isn't perfect or what I want to achieve, like doing it will help me get to that level one day. Maybe it'll take like a year, 5 years, but like it's not good now, but it's helping me get to being good. If that makes sense. Like it's practice, so it's still worthwhile, even if I'm not happy with it.
We also have Pops in the chat now. What's up, Pops?
And then it's sometimes I look at art that like I hate and like I don't want to look at months later, and I'm like, this is fine. Why did I hate it so much?
Yeah, that also happens.
That happens to me less now, but it used to happen a lot.
But a comic book with shitty art ain't not good. Like, it needs to be a perfect medium. Comic books is a perfect medium between writing a story and a visual. So it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be like, Jim Lee everywhere, why? But it needs to be consistent. It needs to, when we look at your drawing, we need to know that style you're owning it. You're not just like switching from one style to another all the time. It's not just about the rendering. It's about technique.
Yeah, and it's also about like deciding which panels you should spend time on and which it's okay to rush through and like not make necessarily perfect.
Just like in movies, you pick your money shots, the one that you're going to be putting more money on it. Some more special effects. So some other scenes will not be as good. It happens.
That's one thing I really like about Tagashi's work, the guy who does Hunter x Hunter, because like on like the jokey scenes and whatever, he can just rush through with like scribbles, and then when it gets to the actual important fights or like the money shots, it's like a beautiful, incredible illustration, but it fits. The scribbly style fits right next to the like fine illustration style just because how he draws and how he's telling the story.
Jake is asking a question. Is Pervana featured as a tier bonus? Pervana?
Oh man, Pervana. I should have featured that as a tier bonus. It was in my other campaigns. I guess contact me if you want to get a copy of that one.
What is it?
That's a graphic novel I did. It's about a magic three-eyed cat. I wish I had one on me so I could show you, but it's like a watercolor hardcover book. It's 56 pages. It's about a magic three-eyed cat who pops into people's lives, sends them on crazy journeys through time and outer space. It's inspired a lot by like heavy metal and the Lynch version of Dune. It's not like a parody of those, but it's like kind of trippy, like those things are. That's my best-selling book. Like because at Comic-Cons, people know what cats are, so they're drawn to it. I've been passing out a sticker with it.
You're on Twitter and Facebook. You know the cats.
Yeah, exactly. The cats are like, because when I was coming up with it, I was just thinking like Pokemon's the #1 franchise. What's like the real version of Pokemon? And I thought dogs and cats.
Dude, what was
the public domain version?
Isn't like one of the first meme ever is a black cat?
Probably ancient Sumerians were doing cat memes. So yeah, it transcends time and space, cats. So I made a cat that creates and destroys the universe, and people really like that book. It's kind of a real trip. I did a sequel to it that's 120. Let me go get a copy of it just so I could show you. I have A Song of Mice and Fur, which is a sequel. That's like a fantasy.
And that reminds me of that Love, Death, and Robot series on Netflix. If you've watched it, there was an episode where you follow robots, like 3 type of droids, and there's no more humans. And then you discover at the end of the story that the cats develop opposable thumbs, so they didn't need us. They didn't need us anymore. So yeah, they took over. That was hilarious. We didn't need you to open our cans anymore, so they enslaved mankind. Or if you remember Futurama, where there's the cats from another planet coming to take over. Ooh, that looks cool, Chris. Maybe you could unmute yourself and so we could hear you.
You can't. You'll hear everything then.
But it's okay when nobody's talking.
Ed Beard Jr.'s here, the guy who did like the original like Nico Bolas and he did Birds of Paradise stuff for Magic the Gathering.
I like excited. The original Birds. Yeah. Are you gonna get your card signed?
Well, I got a bunch of his cards. I don't have like the Nico Bolas or the Birds of Paradise or Psychotog, but I do have some of his cards. So I'm gonna try and get some that I like of his signed if he will. Maybe I can get a commission. I don't know how. He's probably pricey though.
I have the Nico Bolas one.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe I could get like maybe a commission even. Maybe I could get him to draw a Kithkin.
I have a really
Probably
nice
black and
dragon
white.
deck.
You can get like a black and white sketch.
But it's all right.
Anybody else that we know that you came across over there?
Huh?
Did you come across anybody that we know over there? I know there's Harry Hudson.
There's
Who
some
else?
voice actors. Rob Schneider's here. Let's see. There's some voice actors.
Okay, I mean people that we know from our from.
What do you mean that we know? Like comic people? Like Eric Hodson's
Yeah,
here.
comic people.
Mr. Hodson's here. Dread the Dinosaur.
I know. I said his name.
I don't
said
know who
other
else
than
is
him,
here.
is
I
there
haven't
anybody
been
else?
walking yet. Quit giving me shit.
Get to stepping then. Damn. What's the point then? Can you highlight the screen of his screen, please? I think his name is Daniel. Can you highlight his screen, please, Chris?
My screen.
Yeah, because you're showing something. Go, Chris. You can do it. I know you can. I guess not then. I guess he didn't just mute himself, he deafened himself.
I could share it from here.
Yeah, we can see it.
So then we could also get the live stream. It's like in wrestling when they show the commercial and they also show the content. All right, so Pravana, it's a sci-fi book I did about this magic cat I created in college called Kitty Jenkins. It's basically like trippy stoner cat comics where he spews kitty wisdom. You don't know if he's trying to help. It's like cat puns. And Pravana was so popular that I did a sequel to it. And by the way, I just want to say I started the cat books because back in the day when I first did Oi Volume 1, I signed it away to this small indie publisher. They did nothing with it, but they had the rights, so I couldn't keep working on it. I couldn't sell it. It took me 2 years to negotiate the rights. And while I wasn't able to work on Oi, I started working on these cat books. Because my thinking was I get some evergreen product out there that, and then I'll be able to work on whatever I want, like in the future, like 5 or 10 years from now. So that's why I started doing these cat books. But I do like animals. I'm not like a mega cat person. I love dogs a lot more, but I just like the idea that people worship cats, and that's kind of what inspired it. Like the Egyptians worship cats, Sumerians. People today worship cats. Like you put a cat video on in an office, 2 hours of time disappear, and everyone watches cats. Toxoplasmosis, etc., etc. So that's what inspired it. Anyway, this is the sticker I pass out. It's like a bunch of people really like it. So that's probably the art I'm most popular for. This sticker, like at Comic-Cons, people come up and say, oh, my friend has that sticker, or, oh, I've had that on my water bottle for 2 years, or it's on my phone. So there you go. Provide what I'm known for.
And cats are also to blame for Pokemon fame.
Wait, what?
The cuteness, dude. I was just making a joke. Meaning,
well, yeah,
the cats is the original Pokemon. That was the joke.
They are for sure. That's what I say. That was my theory. So this one is the sequel to Pravana. I wanted to just do like an epic fantasy. It's set in this magical land shaped like a pooping cat called Nania. The story is dog and cat. Yeah, the Brown Islands. It's dog and cat kings and queens fight for the right to rule the rodent peasants. This one I did watercolor. So here's like a mouse on the jade wall. Genghis cat comes. They just get decimated because I just kind of wanted to have where it's completely overwhelming for the rodents, that the mice and dogs just completely overpower them and the mice have no chance. So it's kind of like a bunch of little short stories in different styles that all connect to tell a bigger story. This one's about the sloth and koala who do like this stage show where they talk about the cats being aliens from space. It's kind of like Ancient Aliens. And the mice just watch it as comedy. They're like, this is some BS, but it's real. There's Napoleon. Nip of the cat. There you go. Like stoner cat comics. Dogmocracy. This one I like. It's about I wrote this one in 2018. It's about this dog who rigs the election, and the birds are the media, and they just like let it happen, and there's only one vote. And then they arrest the cartoonist who drew the cartoon, Rasputin, and they send him to the Mulag. Hold on. You'll like this part. Yeah, there's sad fatters rigging the elections. And they send him to the Mulag archipelago where the cows are enslaved in concentration camps and they have to give milk to the people of Narnia. The cats obviously like cheese.
It's like a new version, of Animal Farm.
That's what I wanted to do. Yeah, it's my version of Animal Farm, exactly. But like with memes and internet crap. This book too, it's like when I made it, it did well. Then for 2 years, no one wanted it. And then all of a sudden, like last year, everyone wants it. Everyone suddenly understands it now. Like it's doing well now. But for a while, it was like it had like a year where hardly anyone picked it up.
And where can people find it?
Scorpion. Huh?
Where can people find it?
I only sell it at Comic-Cons. I'm in the process of uploading it at Amazon, and I'm trying to make a Ko-Fi store so people could buy like Pervana and this book. It's in the past I tried to make an Etsy store, but the shipping is just ridiculous, especially for international. I don't know how to get cheap shipping for international.
Well, if you use Shopify, that's what I've been checking into. That's where I build my website right now. They have they have a good deal with shipping with the your regional posts. And they also have deals with Easy Ship to help you out. Check into it.
Shopify. Okay, that sounds good.
Because right now, that's what I did. Is you can have some print on demand stuff, like you have apps for it, but you can also just put your product up. Like if you have a book, you print then you mail. So you could put your own shipping, or you can let them calculate it with their Easy Ship type of thing.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, because I don't want to be charging like $50 to send a book to England, but that's how much I charge if I send it on the post office. It's too much.
Yep. It depends how you're doing it. They charge crazy now for tracking internationally. For some reason, it went really like $20 shipping plus $20 tracking, or $15 tracking. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But you can pretty much get everything shipped between $25 to $30 if it's not over 5,000 grams or something.
All right, I got to make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
No problem. If you have any questions, just send me a message. I'll answer.
Yeah, I will for sure.
Varian saying, I'm announcing Indie Con right now. Special guest is going to be Chris Evans. And yeah, I'm not even there. We're supposed to be a duo. What the hell?
Chris,
you okay, Chris? You look lost. Dude, that book looks interesting. You put it available somewhere.
Yeah, I got to get it back in print.
I think it's one of the things. It's like I'm not personally a huge fan of comedy comics. I do enjoy some of them, right? But I think we need a lot more of them. We can't just all have like action, violence, and stuff. We need those comedy. We need those, we need those cartoony. We need those anthropomorphic. We need everything. Comics is everything.
Oh, the thing I remember why it stopped. Why people, because there was like this huge furry scandal, and because the book's called A Song of Mice and Fur. Like I'm not a furry, but the association made people like not like it for a bit. But now I think that furry hate died. Well, people still probably hate him, but I think it died down kind of.
I don't know if it's furry hate as much as it's people that are furry closeted.
Yeah, the puppy attackers, just the people who hurt actual animals.
That book, the Song of, was it Mice and Fur?
Yeah.
Was that crowdfunded?
All right. The crowdfunding story with this also, I have to say, is...
I feel like I've seen it.
I did it on Kickstarter. 2 years. It was 2 years late. I planned it to be a 24-page little short thing, and it wound up escalating to 120 pages, and it was 2 years late, and it made a huge burden on my mind. I felt like a failure for a really long time because I had this albatross on my back that I didn't finish. Eventually, it was pretty much beating the girl who's now my fiance. she kind of helped me out and got me more. And once I finished this book, I was like on a better track finishing stuff. But yeah, I did crowdfund this, and it was 2 years late. And I stopped doing crowdfunders for a while because of it, even because I was like, I let the fans down. I gotta get like better. I can't do that ever again. But yeah, I was thinking about doing a new crowdfunder to maybe get it funded hardcover. And because the work's already finished, that won't happen again.
Yeah, hardcovers are so nice,
but yeah, this book, they're I've been doing them on Mixam, and I guess they're kind of expensive. But the thing is, it sells really well, or yeah,
it
as long as
does,
you have
but
a good cover, and then
it
you
does-
get good profits from it.
It does, but what I mean by expensive is it's not just the making; it comes with the shipping.
That's true.
The way it's all about weight, right? International shipping. So as soon as you pass, like let's say it's 5,000 grams, right? You go at 5,001 gram, and it's double the price. So you go from 25 to $50 shipping.
Well, that's true. And international shipping now is ridiculous. Jeez. You mean sending it out to other people? Yeah, that wouldn't be.
So you have the higher cost of production, but you can live with it, right? Because price range goes up too. But then there's the shipping that goes, oh damn.
Yeah, that's true.
But hardcover, it's the same thing for me. Like I want all my books in hardcover. Like I love those European style comics. I just like them a bit smaller. Like I like the UK hardcover type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to make that book available again. This is the type of book I would buy for my kids and my girls. I don't think my boys.
Right. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen for sure.
Or do like what Jay said. Make it as an extra add-on on because some people like when they go on Indiegogo, they like the idea of having a catch-up tier. They also save on shipping, right? So they could get if they can get 3 books in one shot, but they like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've had it attached to the previous Bard campaigns before, but I kind of thought like Bards and Magic Cats, it's like 2 separate things. Like I don't want to like confuse people by offering too many choices and stuff. Because that's what I was worried about happening.
People like the catch-up tier, and especially if you're dealing with international people like me. Like I'd rather be able to have like 2-3 books of yours for like $35 shipping than just one for $25. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
there's some people that will wait for a second campaign of your second book before backing you because of it.
Okay.
There's stuff like that. Yeah.
What I think I'll probably do with this, what I'm thinking now, maybe January or February, I could do another campaign to get this reprinted, a new print run, offer it to people, and also I could offer Pervana as part of that because I got these really nice hardcover Pervanas that I don't sell online that I probably should.
You're aware also that Amazon started doing print on demand?
That's where I upload my Bard books. They're there right now. Pervana's there as softcover. This I was trying to upload as print on demand, but it's so finicky about double page spreads that I have to go into the file and fix it up. Yeah, but yeah, that is my plan to put this on Amazon. So
yeah, no, I've been dealing with putting books on Amazon. You have to have it's like printing. You have to have the guts separated from the cover.
Yeah,
because otherwise it screws everything up. Yep. But now they
they have these funny margins. Like if I get this book printed with another printer, I could go all the way to the edge like this. But Amazon has like you can't have any text or important art to like around a certain edge. So it keeps approving the file in the digital program, but then the checkers keep denying it.
Chris,
but once you figure out the process, it works. Like both of these books are printed by Amazon, and it's good.
Yeah, now they just released a beta version for the hardcovers. I'm testing it with Bloodhunt right now. I'm waiting for the approval.
Okay, yeah, let me know how that goes because I saw that, but I'm like, I wonder if it's actually worth it. Right now, I do my hardcovers at Mixam because they print in USA, so it's a little bit more, but they do small print runs, and yeah, they print in America, so not crazy shipping waits and delays.
Okay, I cannot find a place that doesn't have noise.
I've arrived.
Dang it. Next time I'm definitely getting.
Yeah, I just went to check, and yeah, you're right. It is starting. It seems a bit finicky to deal with their paperback printing.
Yeah, it's like they want it to be exactly the right specifications, and it rejects it if it's even like a millimeter off. Like when I was uploading these 2 OI books, it was just literally 2 weeks of changing the files, getting it rejected, uploading it, changing the files, getting it rejected, uploading it. 2
Yeah,
weeks I waited, but it
that's
wanted to be worth it, but it's like so frustrating.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's my last 2 weeks.
Yeah, okay.
I've been building a website and that. Yeah.
Yeah, like you want to be making the art and the cool comics and the creative stuff, and you got to be doing this boring production stuff. But
Yep.
it's got to be done.
Resize this, resize that, resize. They're like, what the hell? I did?
Yeah, and it doesn't make it clear what it wants resize or like this goes 1 millimeter over the margin, rejected, over and over, and then it's
There's
like
black ink there. Yeah, it's full bleed.
Yeah, an hour to upload it each time.
Yes.
Wait. But I guess that's the modern world we gotta deal with.
I'm about to train my 4 kids to take care of all of this shit.
Yeah.
Here's the file. Take care of it.
Just pre-press and print production. You have a whole team if you got 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
My son knows how to upload videos to our Roku channel.
Yeah.
Nice.
Logan's 19. He's doing his own stream. He wants to be a gamer streamer.
Mm.
And then he'll inherit the empire. I have the skills.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, people, go check out Daniel's campaign, and hopefully you'll put that Song of Mice and Fur up, because that does look funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I gotta re-upload it soon. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen for you guys.
And the Indie Princess, she has something she wants to promote as well.
I do. I put the information in the private chat because for some reason it's not showing up when I post it on YouTube. Let me share my screen. I got 2 things to share actually.
Whatever she needs done, Sim, get on it, because I have no idea what she just said. I can barely hear people.
I'm sharing my screen.
I also noticed I keep like freezing up, and then like the whole StreamYard has to jump back in for me every little bit. I didn't have that the other times I was here at the con, but yeah,
Chris, I'm
like freezing up and stuff really bad.
Can you hear me? Highlight her screen.
Yeah, I can hear you, Sam.
She's sharing her screen. Please share it. And there we go.
Okay, so most of you guys know I am doing a charity event to raise money for
Marion,
Stone.
can you mute yourself, because we have an echo with Lola? Thank you.
So I'm doing a charity event for Luke Stone and Randy Zimmerman. I did do a live auction on Wednesday, but there are still items to grab. So I'm sharing an image of some of the items, but all the items and the prices can be found on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I shared the link in the chat, people.
There's some more items.
There's a lot of different stuff. I remember when I was watching there. You had a lot of stuff available. Some pretty interesting things.
Yeah, I have a lot of things still.
Yeah, it might have been a bit too much for one stream for everybody to stay there for that long. So I'm, like she said on stream, it's a learning curve.
Yeah, it's my first auction I did. But I mean, the items are still up for bid. Individual pictures are posted on my Facebook page. All you have to do is post your bid. I will be doing that until Saturday. And then Saturday, I will be doing another live auction midday, probably around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that is the information for the auction. And then the other thing is I will be doing a raffle next Wednesday. To enter for the raffle, all you have to do is donate $10. For every $10 you donate, you get one entry into the raffle. And again, all the money raised will go to Luke Stone and Randy Zimmerman.
And just a summer up of, or a hint of what's available for that giraffe.
Yep,
Like
I'm
people
going to share some pictures of that too.
Soul is sharing the donate tip StreamYard link in the Streamlab. Sorry.
So we have a copy of Niobe. Can you see that?
Nope.
Okay, so I have to stop sharing and reshare. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm working on like no sleep.
No problem.
Alright, I'm sharing again.
Gosh, Krista, look at you. You're ruining the stream, making it so unprofessional. Ah, dang.
I know, right?
Shame on you. Now, Chris, share a screen.
All right. I hear you. There we go.
So we got a copy of Niobe Birthright number 1 and 2. That will be in the raffle. We have Wayfair. There will be 2 of those being raffled away. We have Word Count by You Create Comics. There will be 5 of those being raffled off. And we have Idea Cards by You Create, and there will also be 5 of those. And we have 5 American Horror Film Festival t-shirts. That is just some of the stuff.
Those are cool.
I haven't finished my list out yet.
Now, did you put something in this, Sim?
Yep. He's showing
Yeah,
it right now.
It's in the process. Yeah. I'm doing an original piece of art drawing of that.
Nice.
Oh, that's what I'm doing for the draft.
Nicely done. Nicely done. Yeah, I was glad to see that Randy had posted a Facebook update.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like he's starting to get on the road to recovery.
Yeah, Luke's been tweeting on Twitter.
Oh, good. Good.
They both, Luke's wife also posted an update on Facebook today. Luke stood yesterday for the first time with assistance. He's able to eat regular food now. But both Randy and Luke still have a little bit of a ways till they can actually come home.
Yeah.
I don't know much about what happened to Luke. What? He got COVID or something? I don't know. I'm not really aware. Like, I know more about Randy.
Yeah, Luke went in the hospital in August. Then he got put on a ventilator and was in a medically induced coma for 72 days. And then he had a trach put in and was moved to rehab. He's currently in rehab. He did have his trach removed a couple days ago. So basically both Luke and Randy are dealing with the same issues right now.
And
oh yeah, and
you got Pops.
Here's a good look at those 3 sketch cards that are available in that auction. You have Rose, Luani, and Nat.
Nice.
And as soon as they're sold, I'm mailing them from here, and I'm gonna sign them with my silver pen for you guys.
Yeah, and Pops, I did forget to mention that if you subscribe to the Indie Vault YouTube channel for the membership, you get all the perks of being a member. All the money goes to the event, and you get an Indie Vault t-shirt.
So go. I mean, it's all for a good cause to help out some people in a bad little spot there.
Yeah.
And all this information can be found on Facebook and Twitter.
And it's one of the things, nobody should.
We've raised almost $400 so far.
That's great.
Yes.
It's one of the things I always says, like, nobody should be losing their house or going broke because they're sick.
No, and Luke and Randy are like family. I've known Randy around 10 years now. Luke for 3 or so, I believe.
Dude, I've known Randy since I met you guys, and we have a chemistry, the Sim and Zim.
Yeah, I mean, I look up to Randy's like a father figure to me. I mean,
Yeah,
my
he's
son
great.
calls him Grandpa Randy.
He's like, he's like the uncle of comics. Dude, that guy's been in indie comics for so long.
And I mean, Luke is just an outstanding guy. I mean, besides comics, he's a pastor at a church, and he has a family. So I'm doing as much as I can for both the families, especially because Christmas is coming up.
And with everything going on, it's a rough part of the year.
Yeah.
Bob's like, I met Chris and Sim on Indie Vault.
I believe that the focus of today's topic should be on me. Just
why? Your life is staring at the ceiling.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, because if I don't pick him up, he doesn't get up. I have to pick him up out of bed because he can't move.
Now we can actually see. Now we can all actually say that's what she said.
I don't know what happened to me. It's just, I can't move.
You can't move?
I can't move. I'm like, I have to. Once she gets me stood up, she can kind of push me and I can start walking. And it's a slow walk, but I'm okay.
Huh.
If I sit down, I gotta start all the way over again. So, and it's it's tough. The muscles hurt. It's crampy. It hurts to draw right now. But the doctors they didn't do a COVID test, even though my symptoms point to me previously probably having COVID. But I've had the vaccination. I have both shots.
Since I had COVID.
So what? So then you should have started having after being vaccinated?
Well, I got vaccinated, and then the last week of October, actually the first week of November, I think it was, I started feeling really, really crappy. Like, no coughing, no sneezing, no fever, but just like body aches. Like, oh man, did I pull something? What's going on? And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. I got lethargic, fatigued, and just cramping. My muscles just hurt. My body just was hurting. And then my hidradenitis suppurativa, which is this chronic disorder I've had since I was 16, that started to like flare up. So like my face got completely broken out by like bumps and boils.
Jeez.
But so I mean, the thing is, either I had COVID, which triggered the HS again, and the HS is it's a horrible disease. But now the doctors are even saying they want to test me for.
I can't. I got Eric with me.
There he is. Full screen that.
I haven't been able to hear a word they've said because of all the noise.
Yeah, you got to do like the real earphones.
That's what I told. I didn't plan this out. I did not plan this out. I was like, well, I'll do it. It'll be cool. We'll do the morning roast. Yeah. It didn't work too well.
We can hear you.
Yeah, you forgot that
we
can
hear
you that
you
last time you tried.
Yeah, they can hear us, but I can barely hear them. But yeah, I was having them on as that they could promote that the Randy and Luke charity stuff.
And speaking of Eric, there will be 5 mystery envelopes filled with goodies from him that is up for auction.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, geez. Yeah, I learned some lessons with this.
Yeah, earbuds.
Yeah, I don't know.
They gotta start somewhere.
Yeah, I thought I could. Well, when I was actually running late, so I thought I would just do it in the car. But by the time I got it all set up and started, we were already parked and found our spot and everything.
Chris, are you at Eric's table?
Yeah,
Can you show off some of his art so people can get an idea what's in?
show his art.
Yeah, so people can see what's kind of in the envelopes.
Okay, yeah, and then just
Show his art style.
I see they've graded Eric's art.
Yeah,
Put a C next to it.
Killed the Avenger. Exit Sosa. Is that right? I never know how to use these things. Yeah, I thought it was funny after we had that morning roast with you on it, Eric. We were talking about that Tay Conti, and then they announced it like right after the stream.
Yep. It's like, oh crap, I gotta get to work.
There we go. Yeah, that turned out really good.
Yeah, I got my webtoon.
Oh yeah, there you go. All right.
Gotta get back to drawing that. Start telling people no more sketches. I got a comic to draw.
Well, I mean, you can't complain too much, though. I mean, it seems like you're doing more and more business.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, shows have been really great to me. My wrestling fans have been really great to me. My anime fans, I don't have the anime at this booth. It's actually at another booth where my wife is.
Oh
She's
yeah.
over H11 over there, so she's got all the anime stuff.
Yeah, I have not been. I have not made any rounds really. I got to the first row there. I seen Ed Beards go over there with his magic stuff. I was like, oh man, I need to get him to sign something. I brought my cards with me.
Yeah, I
got good luck at the con.
I haven't had a chance to do anything. I've been trying to find like a quiet spot to do this stream and then do my stuff.
So of course you came to like the hottest art booth in the entire convention center.
Well, I was over there where they used to have like all the chairs and stuff.
Yeah.
And now they got it set up to where like there's like a special VIP I guess spot there, and they shooed me away. I was like, come on, there's only like 5 people in this line. Give me a break.
You guys are coming in clear.
One of my favorite conventions of the year. all three of them.
I've been enjoying getting to go to these.
I'll need to go to one of them there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is what, your second or third show? Fourth?
Well, I've been to all 3 this year.
Oh, awesome.
But then we took that break because Dad passed.
Yeah.
And then before that, we had been to 3 or 4 of them, I think, before that. We've been coming to these for a while. It's just we took that really long break in between, and now we're back again. Because, I had been to a few of them before Dad passed. We came up with Trinity and Dad and everything. And Dad would sit in that Q&A area. That's where he would sit. There we go. Yeah, cameraman leather patches.
Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. I want that whole panel. I mean, that whole screen there is brought to you by White Hairstyles.
Seems like you always have a different like hairstyle.
Yeah.
I see it.
I try to go for a full shark fin. Look at this bald spot back here.
He was going for a mohawk, but he ended up with the Tintin.
Yeah. It took me almost a year and a half to work up the courage to do this haircut. But ever since I've got it, it's just become part of my identity. I love
Okay.
it.
Tomorrow, come in with a blue polo shirt.
So many wonderful tales being added to the
The picture of you on the bric-a-brac. The picture of Eric on the bric-a-brac ad looks badass because his hair is longer and he's got the spike mohawk. That one's short.
What?
That mohawk is short, but the bric-a-brac, the photo of you on bric-a-brac, the staff photo of that, your hair is longer and that's a badass spike mohawk.
Yeah. Well, this is a pretty fresh haircut too.
That is pretty swanky.
I wouldn't necessarily call it fresh, but
It's been almost an hour and a half. I need to start wrapping this one up.
Yeah, you got some money to spend.
Yes, I do actually. I hate
We're getting
to say
close
that,
to
but
1
I
hour and a
do.
half too.
Yeah, I need to go spend some money, and I got to find where my brother went. I have no
Brother,
idea.
where are you?
Yeah, I have no idea where he went. He was in the second row, but now he's somewhere.
Well, it's not super crowded yet, so
And usually, like, we got the whole family here, so I can go off on my own, but it's just him, and I don't want it. I don't want him to go by himself. He'll be all like mopey or something.
Attention attendees, coming up at 1 p.m. 1 p.m. we have David Yost Q&A panel with the main event.
All right, so I gotta wrap this up, everybody.
He's probably around the cosplayers or the sexy actresses.
yeah.
Huh?
Imagine Chris Evans at Comic-Con not getting laid.
Happens all the time.
Oh,
But all right, start off with Varian. Where can they find you and all that stuff?
Well, you can find me at KYD_V on Twitter. You can find me right now laying wherever Lola left me until she comes back to get me. And yeah, check me out on Livewire, IndieVote Livewire every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And check out Liberty Entertainment Distribution Group, helping you get your independent comics in stores, ledg.us. That's it.
And you, Daniel?
yeah, you could find me on Twitter, Meow Comics, on Instagram, Bardic Fury. You could read the comics I do on Webtoon and Tapas. This Song of Mice and Fur one, I realize it is uploaded on Webtoon, so you could read it on Webtoon if you want to check it out. Also, I'm going to
Hold on,
upload this.
Daniel. Thank you, Chris. Keep going.
Yeah, and I think that's it. So I told you the Instagram stuff, and then you could also get these books on Amazon, and you could find the Indiegogo campaign, Bardic Fury 3. And also, thanks for having me on your show, everyone, and Varian and Indie Princess. I hope your health, I pray it gets better for you both.
Thank you.
And people, don't forget to sub, like, and share this channel. 500 subs gives you a chance of winning one of those heavy metal covers that I'm working on. And 1,000 subs gets Chris in a red dress and running. Run, sugar, run.
I got the red dress for him.
Is it really a red dress? It looks more
Don't
like a
listen to
sausage
her.
hammock.
No,
That's
it's a red
fake
dress.
All right, and you can find me at Sugar Chris on Twitter. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It's not as bad as it is now normally on these shows. But I will try to learn from this, and the next time I go and do these cons and try to do a morning roast at the con, I will be I'll have earbuds and such.
And me, I'd just like to add before we close, go check out the Nat's Back Second Chance campaign. Right now, if you back in any physical tier, comes with a Simon Bisley print.
And I guess I'll add, because everyone skipped me.
Oh, yeah.
No,
The
your
best way
echo.
to find me,
Variant, mute.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
the best way to find all my links is go to Linktree, Indie_Princess, just like my name is spelled, and you'll find links to my Twitter and my Facebook. So go check that out, and please support the charity event that I'm doing. If you can't donate, please share it out so more eyes get on it. I really appreciate it.
And by the way, we wanted to end with that one.
Did everybody get to do their final words?
Yep.
Okay.
So now we
Okay,
say we love you. Bye
I
bye.
keep freezing up, so I have no idea. Oh, this. I apologize, everyone. I should have thought ahead better. But what are we wrapping up with, Sim?
So see you all next Friday. No,
Yep.
Monday. Sorry.
Oh wait, what? Yeah,
What?
Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah, see y'all Monday. Later.
Later.
And
Adios.